Alright. Let's get into it. We are in Fontaine, the land of water, the land of Hydra. If we come over here to the statue of the Seven, we can see that the traveler can resonate with Hydra, which like he can with every other statue. Which I mean, I just thought it was cool because it's just new, you know. I wouldn't, but I'm not. Yeah, actually, I will change it. I'll change it to show y'all, so we can check it out. Because right now he has the Dendro applied to his character, and I have the Dendro leveled up. Let's go and see what it does. Oh, is he pointing? Oh man! Wow. Okay, I might keep that. Yeah, because I was just planning on. Now I'm curious about the hold. Okay, yeah, I'll just keep that. Let's see. See where we can level it up. We can do that later. Definitely grab some of those though. That's cool. We can level it up. Nice. I like them. I like that. I like the. Yeah, the blue accent is really cool. It's a nice change of pace. I was really digging the green, and before that, what was it before that? It was originally blue, wasn't it? From what's it called? That creeped me out. You can hear the gods talking. Get close enough. But yeah, you first start off with what is it? The wind in Mondstadt. Animo. You start off with Animo. That's the name of it. I really like that one, but I think it was probably like a light blue. I'm not sure. I don't know if that was it. I think it was light blue. Let's go check out this mission. Be a line and head to the Aaron, yes. Oh, it was above me. Alright, let's go above me. Wait, is it? Yeah. It'll let you know on the mini map. Oh, so we can get over. Nice. Just wait for our stamina to go up. Come on. Catch on. Gotta latch on, man. And I passed it. I better show you. Ooh, I'm gonna die. You have a whole stamina bar for the water now. That's really cool. So you kind of need that.
To Fontaine.
Is it right?
Please watch your step.
It's a little close, aren't you? Oh, alright, and we're off. We are headed to Aaron, yes.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan. The boat will be departing imminently. Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat. The Aquabus operator is not responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so. Also, please remember to buy the Steambird, though I don't read it myself. The destination of the current tour is Arenias. Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky.
Oh, wow.
An experiment gone wrong turned new sightseeing opportunity. Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing.
Like as I've said before, like anime Elden Ring. You know what I mean? But no, like this in a comparison, like it's like all the best. You know, like I'm not in a bad way. Best possible.
We are now approaching our final destination. Please be sure to bring all your personal belongings with you as you disembark.
How is the hero? Oh! I was gonna use that. Okay, never mind. We'll heal whenever we stop. Right, Kokomi? It's just damage, just dealing damage. Look at all these couples. They really got France well. Nice. On this AR-45. Y'all wouldn't believe how long it took to get a 45, man. I know somebody who's a 55. Imagine having no life. I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. Don't want to offend anybody. Hell, I have no life. It took me no life to get a 45. Boom! Shakalaka! And that's how you get a Hydroculus. Hydroculus. All these French people. You got a job. Oh, oh! Dang, I stepped in water. You gotta get those glides in anywhere you can. It's the little things in life. Alright, let's go ahead and do like I said. Because whenever you're this good, you don't have to heal like using heals or food or anything, you know? You just use your people. It's teamwork. Teamwork, baby! Man, I'm gonna just get to 45, AR-45, just hitting, what's it called? Just teleports and Statues of the Seven. Sweet. Ooh, picture. Picture. Wow. Well, that's not the right time of day, but it works. Alright.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
What? How what turns out? I know you just said that. Well, you said that like it was something kind of cool. Oh, criminal. Okay. Hey, you do you, bro. Just try to keep it down so you don't distract people who think you're doing something, talking about cool stuff.
The Opera at Eclairs. What a place to hold a performance. No wonder Linny and
Time just
Lynette were
changed
looking
again.
forward to it.
Ah, yeah. It does look really nice.
Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
Right. That's how it should be.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
If you say so, bro.
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples.
Vache.
There's a bunch of couples. Ooh. Who's talking to me?
What's wrong?
Someone just spoke to me.
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here.
Lynette, you scared Paimon. When did you get here?
She literally just walked up. Not. She was in plain sight.
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
I was like whispering in my ear.
Hey, you're not trying to
be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
Oh my god. Pretty much.
When do you cry, Paimon?
Huh?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
A lot.
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions.
So this is a bunch of tears.
Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather heat. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
So, what did the
It's an
voice
interesting
say?
thought.
Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Probably a broken heart if we're in France.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance.
Oh, right. That makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Lynette, how about we get some butter and a baguette? Alright. Offerings of the Fountain of Lucine. I didn't even read it. What the? You can throw hydro sigils you obtain across Fontaine into the Fountain of Lucine outside the Opera Epicles to raise his level and obtain valuable rewards. Sorry guys, new words are hard for me. Alright. Let's check. Let's see what we gotta do. Into the Opera Epicles. They're gonna pronounce it and it's gonna be like, they're gonna say it's gonna be Epicles and I feel like a dumb. That's alright, I'm used to it. Oh, Lynette!
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived.
Yeah, it's a day early.
But you're actually right on
You came
time.
on the wrong day.
The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house. Wait just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets.
Bro thinks he's Hisoka, so he wants to be Hisoka, bro. Like, calm down. We get it.
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Linny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
It's
Hey,
Lene.
Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look at this?
It's Lene.
Oh, I'll
No,
be
that's
right
what it's
there.
spelled.
Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
just
you
go
go.
to our seats. You go ahead, Linny.
Do what you gotta do, bro. We ain't worried about none of that. Alright, let's see. Guessing these doors open? Nice. No more locked doors. Alright, let's get down here. No gliding apparently. Can't do anything any days. In these days, I mean.
These should be our seats. Come on, let's sit down.
That's not how you sit, Paimon. Vache, she's gonna say it. Oh, is that watch that be Nouvellette?
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. Oh, you little...
Hi, you brought it up.
Put this on Paimon.
You brought it up. Don't.
Excuse me.
Yep.
I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
Hey.
I would be
my
perfectly
boy.
happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh,
Hey, bro, I'll chat with you all day.
so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that.
So awkward.
Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
He's gonna be just really cool. Everybody thinks he's like weird.
Oh, so you're not friends
Don't
with
nobody
Linny
want to mess with
then?
him.
Oh,
It's like,
this
yeah,
is
don't
getting
talk to that
awkward.
guy.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived
Actually,
at
I'm
Fontaine.
Nera.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Nouvellette.
Oh, wait. Nervilette? Could he be?
It's him.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Nervillet is. Allow me to
Who is
introduce
he?
you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Now see, I'm not.
Oh,
I might
sorry
get
for
heat for
being
this.
so rude just now. Paimon had no idea
Wait,
you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really.
Alright, I'll say him. Might get heat for this, but
And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to,
oh man.
there's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats
I'm
that
not
has been
huge on
striking a
ships.
pose for quite a while now.
Oh.
I believe she is trying to give you a most
That's,
elegant and impressive first impression.
Her name, Neff.
So I think you should
It's
take
another
notice of
N,
her
I think.
sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Well, let's go talk to her. Farina, not it's a okay, it was an F, not an N. I knew there was an N in there.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon.
Oh, so she's the Archon.
She sure has a smug and
I
satisfied
thought
look on her
he
face.
was the Archon.
Because she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Okay. I thought he was Archon.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Okay, I'm gonna say it. I ship the new guy Nouvellette and Kokomi. I said it. That's it. All right, sorry.
Huh?
That's
So
my
is
TED
this
talk.
what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the
But it's just
performance
based
will
upon
start
meeting
as
him
soon
now.
as
I
the
didn't ever
audience
think
has
that
made their
before.
way
Just
to
now
their
It
seats.
just hit me in the head.
Yay!
Maybe
The
perfect.
show is finally about to start! Ooh, Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before!
I better not get
They're
hit with
dimming
the
the lights! The
copyright.
show must be starting!
Oh, just put it on auto. I'm gonna watch it.
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Shut up.
Welcome,
Come on,
one and all,
Paimon.
to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny.
It's
And
Lynette.
over here is my sister Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
She off at perk.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all.
I wouldn't say so.
So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Dang, they got rid of their visions.
Good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin.
Not sure if
Lynette
everybody
will
would do
now
that.
exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Ooh.
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Okay. Whoa. Hey, yo.
Huh?
It was empty just a second ago. Y'all saw that, right? What?
But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before.
Thinks he's David Blaine.
So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
Hey, why would he do that? Oh. No vision.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top.
I don't think that's physically possible.
Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
I thought Bro was just trying to kill his sister. Oh, he's frozen. Never mind. Oh, okay.
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Huh?
In some new clothes? That's crazy. I thought surely she's not gonna come out naked. You know, they wouldn't do that. I was like, huh? Then again, she probably never. Weird. I just seen the clothes and I was like, it's kind of weird.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How
look
did
at
you do
that
that? How didn't see him do anything? Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking.
Exactly.
To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
So what you got?
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough, but Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations.
What is
So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience. Please, if my assistants could bring up... There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap. Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here.
It's either gonna
Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Teleportation move or like a switch move.
Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector.
Be us or Nouvellette.
It selects numbers entirely at random.
But it won't be
Even
somebody.
I don't know who will be chosen to participate.
Random.
Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations!
Oh, nice.
Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box.
I would have thought surely they use one of the characters.
I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous.
I'd be like, you're
We've
not getting me
carefully
in there.
arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange
don't
things
die.
may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even...
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic
I didn't agree
box,
to this.
there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep... I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your... Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count...
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60! 59! 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
Yeah. Quick cap.
53? 52? Huh? Why aren't you counting, Neuvillette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality.
Oh! Alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought... 40! 39! 38!
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything...
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair right above the audience.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Uh-oh.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it. 25! 24! 23!
What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to fix it, but it's pitch black in here. I can't tell left from right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show
Sorry
to
if
be
you guys are seeing
perfect.
screen tearing. I
Don't
don't know
worry,
if that,
we
I don't know
still
if you guys
have
are seeing
20
that. I'm seeing
seconds.
slightly.
Hear them counting?
I think I turned something off in the control panel the other day. NVIDIA control panel. Sorry about that if you see any.
It seems things aren't quite
I don't think
going
it's
as
bad, but
planned.
if you do, sorry.
I apologize. It feels
I'll
like
get
you're
that
all
fixed
starting
for
to
next
count
time.
faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
Let's see.
10!
So
Almost there now.
Thanks, Cap.
Swapping two people is harder work than you might think.
Yeah,
even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time.
Swapping telecreation
Hey,
magic.
wait, is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again. 7! Hey, slow down! Honestly.
You don't get to see hear the traveling much, so that's nice.
Whoops! That doesn't count.
Hear Paimon in there. We mutated. Nice. Cool, all that build up and all that time. She's not gonna be in there. Oh! Oh man! That wasn't supposed to happen. Oh my gosh. Hey, I got the deed. He's like, that was all a part of my trick. Don't worry.
Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
I don't got that kind of magic.
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
No.
This performance is over. Medical staff with me.
Surely
Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
He's going to jail.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
She didn't sound very sure of herself. Not very confident at all.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe.
So
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience.
It's magic.
And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he sent
her. It appears that this incident
about.
was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
No, not Lene.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly?
Man.
I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
That's crazy.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right.
Man.
How can Lenny do this?
Lene, why would you do
He was in the box
that?
on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances.
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linny and his associates?
Ooh, that's all he needs. He just needs a green
charges?
Huh?
He's all cutting his head off right now.
That he... Well,
She's so
think
unsure
it
of
might
herself.
be a little
You're not a
early
good
to
Archon.
talk about formally pressing charges.
Yeah, she just...
But what Lady
talk a
Farina
big
said
talk.
just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping
stop
and
twiddling her
murder
thumbs,
carried
yeah.
out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing.
Okay.
That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Lenny, won't you? After all, he was the one
Did
who
she set
helped
this up?
you the first time we met.
Did she do this?
Then
I'm
there's
kinda
no
leaning towards
problem
her
at
now.
all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met.
And I won.
But with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So
That's
no more
rich coming
draws.
from you.
Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Okay.
It wasn't a draw. They lost last time.
Paimon, just go.
I
with it.
understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial
It's like,
is
bro,
in
y'all
order.
set me up. What is this? I want to
Well,
come see
traveler,
something.
Seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a
Bro,
moment,
what are y'all doing to me?
I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case? Very
Yeah.
well. The trial will be held a day
Have
from
no
now in the
choice,
Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their... Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once...
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big...
Dude, I was just trying to see a magic show. Now I gotta go to court.
Sorry
Now
about
my
everything
boy's
that
on
happened
trial.
just now.
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself.
I don't know, he's a little... I don't know.
How could this... I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. I understand. Even I'm not sure what happened, so I can... I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me,
It
the
is,
whole
yeah.
thing is
Bunch of
mysteries layered
coincidences.
upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box.
I didn't
As for
think he
how
was in the
that
box. I
girl
thought he
chosen
was
from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled
They
and
probably
knowledgeable
have the same
magician like
skill as him.
myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely
Or
why we need to
slightly different.
investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop
Hey,
in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh? Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't from our travel funds.
Kid said
I
the
think they
darndest
look
thing.
cute on you, Paimon. You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since
Leave
we're
it to
going to
me,
start investigating,
Renee
Paimon has a
and
question
Lynette.
first.
I'm better
Where
than
did Lynette go during the performance?
OJ's lawyer.
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential traits.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Lenny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our trick, 'tis truly a pity. As a magician, but if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind, we should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
All right, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case.
Alright. Oh,
Hello,
man.
officer.
Thought the movie was
How's
over.
the investigation going?
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess
Appreciate that
if I were
honesty,
you.
Esmond.
Huh? What do you mean?
Come with me and you'll see.
Uh-oh.
The deceased is one of Linny's assistants named Cal.
This dude's a
Even
cool
though he
cop.
hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd in. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap.
It was set up perfectly.
All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
It would make sense, but I don't think that's the case. Yeah. He made, but
Are
still, I
you
don't
both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Huh. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna have to be investigator. Oh gosh.
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Wasn't fireworks.
Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler? Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material. Most of it was burned away,
That's
but
crazy.
there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it, then that means...
Just done on purpose.
Wait, why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes.
Linny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do. I think someone will be assigned to monitor us later, but...
Hey, you! Yes, both of you. Over here. I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now. Huh? You mean us? That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No?
I do love cutting down
thorns. And by the
thorns.
looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Yeah, she's got a mustache and glasses. People don't have that in Fontaine.
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
Oh,
From
the
mediating
Spina di
disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it.
Spina di
And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
Spina di... I'm not even
Though
going to
those
try.
who play by our rules call me
My tongue don't
boss.
work like that.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
It's for us.
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me.
Okay, if you say so.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter
Glad
back from my
somebody's
father's time.
Paying attention to
Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Yeah.
Really? We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Oh, okay.
Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
And why would that be? See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
What can I say?
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be,
It's kind of crazy.
the trials that go on stage, that if that can be done, boss.
All right, that's quite enough, Malus.
50 minutes of a
Anyway,
movie.
now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
I know, right?
Oh, well, I can be the
Paimon's too old
assistant.
to be somebody's assistant.
Sure.
She has a beard.
Or
I mean, she has a
That's more
mustache.
like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearance.
You have a point. Huh. You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
we'll be making some preparations first.
Thank God. Can I play the game? I'm still looking for clues. Are they trying to kill me? What is going on in Fontaine?
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, if you find any new and interesting leads, be sure to share them with me, alright?
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly. It wasn't it's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. So no one paid it much mind. But now that the incident has happened, the thud has become an important clue.
Okay.
That makes sense. So...
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the... And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope.
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
He's reaching.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
The investigation team has some new findings.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think they're
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
Everybody's
what
like, yeah, lock
were you
him
saying
up.
about the number selector? There's something
don't worry
wrong
about
with
it.
it?
He did it.
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Yeah, they just lock him up.
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared.
X.
Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time.
That's not good.
I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
But what if he thought it was a random
That
generator?
much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us, too.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Alright, let's... Alright, is there still some more done? There's no way there's still more up here, right?
Linny's magic tricks were the... Linny's magic tricks were the...
Okay, so... Probably one of those police officers back here. Yeah, okay. Can be pretty confusing.
Hello there! What are you investigating?
Oh,
Yeah,
this location has also been
stand
cordoned
around.
off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself.
Singer girl?
Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure in the work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her, and we have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay then.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see, it is of utmost importance that we get to the...
I was like, huh?
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
Sorry, Chastain, but I do what I want.
We're not leaving. We're representing Linny and... Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes. After the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out, so the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on. I doubt there was much opportunity then, either.
How can you be so sure,
Well, because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck.
Sounds like you weren't doing
But
a
still,
good job.
I did not abandon my post, and I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave.
Sounds like you're a little...
We Melazines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
You're a little preoccupied with
it's safe to
what's
say
going
the
on
girl
on
couldn't have
stage.
left through here.
You can know that you can't hear nothing, probably because you're getting too close.
Alright, thank you for your help.
Not paying
This'll be
attention to
useful
the
info.
door. You know, lock her up. Come here, please. Put her in cuffs.
Anything of note here at the performance venue?
Arrest this furry.
My mom wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
She's like, shut up. You're going to jail.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower.
Spina di Rosula.
Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Yes. You can leave them behind.
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers?
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
What is it?
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Other box.
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different?
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
So not that magic.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the
Oh, this is crazy. This is whack. I thought it was actual magic.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place.
Like a trick you could do.
The two magic boxes are positioned right above the two entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
You need to cover up his skin. You did it! Showing a little too much skin, buddy.
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Nope.
Right! You were talking that whole time! And you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who.
Oh, wow.
And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Yeah. Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off.
Bunch of anime characters like the girl from Mushoku Tensei.
To think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
Come on.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
You might.
Thanks, everyone.
You might kill another random innocent. Okay, what is going on here? Why am I playing LA Noire, you know? Anime LA Noire.
Huh. What's this?
Uh-oh.
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Having trouble focusing on what she's talking about. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Calm down. Calm down. There's a hook.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why?
Oh, Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you... and here's a broken vase!
Huh. That can't be. The trolley...
It's like just a bunch of clues, like just telling you something ain't right. And they're like, It's like, here, we have a gun, and it's hot, and it's still smoky.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
I guess weird, ain't it?
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them? Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a
Look at
detective
her.
anymore.
Come on, girl. So it's maybe a young lady. Wrong button. Oh, where are we at? What is this? Oh, no. There we go.
What is this place?
We have an air vent.
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh.
Definitely.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Yeah.
Alone, perhaps. But if they...
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write that down. Seems we're just about done investigating.
Alright, that's everything.
Yes. Let's head back up.
Oh, crap. Investigate. Yeah, I said I return. What are you doing?
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
The plot thickens.
It sure
Halsey's
does.
disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
The Oratrice?
That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies,
okay.
and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice.
So that's how you do
Simply,
it, okay.
it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides?
Oh, okay.
Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
Yeah, leave it up to a machine.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice.
Some do the same thing, yeah.
Yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
What?
Why?
We gotta live here.
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the
But
case.
did I agree to that? Y'all didn't ask me about that when y'all were
They're
talking.
concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
Nah.
I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Surely.
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
We always got snacks.
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Like, what do you mean, no snacks? Oh, we got snacks.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Nice, nice.
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Eggs, sugar, and almonds? What's she making,
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group. And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now.
Macaron's got two colors.
Drooling.
Bro, that's
From the way
crazy.
you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
How
I was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress?
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea,
No, it
ride
is.
horses, and play the piano.
It's called the Bible.
I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate
You
beating
can't do
egg
any
weights,
of
by
that
the
stuff.
way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Ooh, you oughta look fire.
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
I don't know.
Tea is ready to be served as well.
Just did something like
This
it.
is demoiselle's favorite. Strong
Different
black
folks,
tea with a
different
floral
stuff.
fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit.
But who cares? Tea to be served. Blah blah blah. I didn't hear anything you said. Okay. Sure. Thanks.
No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
Okay. No need for whatever. I was just being nice.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal, and resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction.
Okay.
Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real
True.
That's what I'm.
None of the
betting on.
but
If a third
the
person
only people
doesn't
left
exist,
to consider are both technically
Lin-
victims. Whether it's the
Lene is
missing
just
girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
Yeah.
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case.
Yeah.
Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and crisp and super sweet!
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right.
Paimon,
Why
you
not
fat
only
ass.
3? Honest.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon?
Yeah. Even though you're my emergency food, you know how to eat.
Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons.
Which I guess is good.
Then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Maloose, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you doing?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg
Yeah, I can't
sugar
believe
and
this
almonds.
freaking movie I hopped on here trying to play Genshin, right? And I've been watching a movie this whole freaking stream. It's literally been a movie. Like, I haven't swung a sword once.
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the... I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Yeah, it would be bad.
For your help and for the snacks.
It was nothing.
Man.
A small task for the
I hope I
Spina di
pull her.
Rosula.
I hope she's
Silver,
pullable.
Maloose, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
You know, maybe I'm lucky I can pull more than just her, you know. Whoa, hey, calm down. I'm joking. It's not even real. It's not even real.
We've got to get our defense ready for the trial.
Hey, what are you talking about?
It's probably gonna be a long and difficult case.
I'm playing Genshin
There's no
here.
point worrying about that now. We just need
I'm
to prepare.
playing here.
Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Where the hell am I going? I have no clue what's going on now. Wait until the trial following day. Alright, let's do it. I didn't even check the time. 8 to 10. Alright, 8 to 10 o'clock. Let's go 8:30. I'm really weird about time. Like, I'm really good with time, but like, that's real life. This is a game. Oh, there we go. Perfectly. I got perfect, like, what, 2 hours of sleep? No, I don't know what it was, but we are ready to hold trial. Let's see. And where's it at up here? I don't, is it? It's gotta be up there. It would make sense to hold trial in there. Wish it would have told me so I wouldn't have came down here. Nobody tells me anything. Run around the courthouse like it's mine. Like it's mine house. I can figure out what to do. Frick. Oh, okay, so I guess it is. I guess the trial is in there, huh? Alright. Oh. I didn't wait the following day, I waited later in the day. It hasn't been the following day, it's just like 2 hours later. I was like, what? Where's like, what's going on? Let's do 8 at 5. If I had to show up for court at 8, I would show up at 8:05, so let's do that. I was like, what's going on? I was like, it's definitely 8 o'clock. Like, it's definitely time. Yeah, it's time, it's not the right day. Alright. Let's go ahead and hold trial.
What do we do?
Yeah, Your Honor, this guy's guilty as shit. No. So yeah, he did it.
plan. Impossible
It's like I'm representing him. He's like, Your Honor, he did it.
One way or another.
It's like I tried to look for any way to look
relax.
for him. He did
Even
it.
if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
She's pretty good.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
That little spin and walk. Hit the 90. Keep walking, swag walk. Oof, 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 oof. Nice, nice. I see it, Traveler.
Ah, finally, you're back.
Still got the
Well,
mustache.
how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
I said, well, you're gonna have to do 25 to life.
Don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that that was to be expected.
So yeah, we found
of course.
the
The
culprit. It
guilty
was you,
can never produce proof of their innocence.
Farina.
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Lene.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady
Why does it
Farina,
sound like gears turning every time she
do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open.
Alright, let's hear it.
Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
And why would you say
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Why would you say that about my client?
Is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I...
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
You're losing the crowd, Lene.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid.
You can say that again.
Aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
What is she getting at? They're Fatui? No.
No wonder they did something like this.
What?
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
What?
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now.
Unless your script already has holes in it.
It's not looking good for you, Lene.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted?
Look at her, she happy.
Infighting in Discord, I suppose.
Bro, we don't do no fighting in Discord, especially not on my server. Eventually, I'll let y'all.
Good thing I made
I'll
all
put
those
it out there,
preparations.
invite, you know, or something.
Seems the all-nighter I
pretty
pulled
swaggy.
last night is really paying off.
But we're not fighting. Not like she's talking.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Yeah, it's pretty sus.
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to
That noise is
re-establish the
scale
facts.
sit down.
Lady Farina has raised
Based
2
upon the
points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
Yeah, child is here. That's right. Yeah. This is weird. Yeah, I've seen this before.
Please answer my question.
I've almost
Mr.
seen
Linney.
this so much that I
I'm
know
sorry.
exactly what's going on.
Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Oh shit! My client, you're fucked.
Well,
Your Honor,
that's it. We
he's
might
fucked.
as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
From your perspective,
The
he
defendant
hasn't been
deceived
given
their
a fair
own
chance.
attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order,
My
I
side of the
say.
story.
Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense in that case, my dear audience. Let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
I don't like her. She seems dangerous. Not like physically, but like bureaucratically, you know. Very authoritative.
Well,
Scum.
this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
You fatui
I'm
scum.
sorry,
I should have noticed
Traveler
from that
and
little
Paimon.
armband.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
Yeah, your
We based
pieces
our
of
entire
trash.
reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really mad.
Yeah, me too.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain.
Go ahead,
I
explain
know you've
yourself.
clashed with the Vatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our
no
organization is
idea.
very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point.
Yeah.
You
Makes
met
sense.
a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me.
Sorry. Please.
Well, you both say that, but... Right, let's hear your answer first, and no...
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that what you needed a whole minute?
That's right.
Okay.
In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Oh shit, okay.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice.
The one we heard.
Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought.
Watch it be Farina.
After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either. But like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui...
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
I believe in facts. I believe in the facts.
Okay,
I would defend
thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the skills are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's
even if they're
accusations,
Fatui or not,
we're gonna
it's
need
all
a
about their
seriously
intentions.
watertight defense. Huh?
Okay.
Oh, Paimon thinks she gets what you mean.
Okay. Yeah. He's got a couple of things you can say.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Ugh, that took long enough.
It's only an hour.
If everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Let's. Based on the opposition's accounts of events, you can identify loopholes in their statements. Use evidence and clues obtained during the investigation to refute. Oh, okay, so I'm actually playing a court game. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from people or treats will display such shifts clearly. Got it. Okay. I understand how it works. When you find and refute all incorrect content, you can complete the cycle of refutation and unveil the truth.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that the sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound.
The Hydro Archon.
Finally, he used the vase to knock her out before making her change clothes
Bro picked up the
prevent
vase
others
and
from
knocked her out.
recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linney
Dang,
red-handed.
so she thinks he killed his own assistant. That's cold.
So Linney proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward,
Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands before operating the devices such that Cowl's death would be ruled an accident.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
Yes, yes.
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events, what Linny experienced, and what he saw.
Surely. I think that's the loophole. Linny attacked Halsey, but Linny claimed that he heard nothing in order to cover up the truth. Linny returned to the tunnel. The crime had already taken place. I think we should start with this one.
Seems this won't produce a
Huh. Okay, well, I'm glad it shows me that I'm not doing a good job instead of just doing it. Okay.
According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the actual truth.
Alright, and then the last one.
Linny did not take part in the underground altercation.
Yeah.
He only witnessed
Attention!
There you go, Paimon.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel.
Yeah, the pictures they had were awful.
But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again. And in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time.
Wow. Okay.
Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Yep. Boom! Bring those scales on my side. Successful refutation. That's how you do it, boys. That's how you be a liar. A lawyer, but a liar. But we're telling the truth.
In other words,
Go Paimon.
you
Go
believe
Paimon.
that he knew nothing of the incident?
Bro didn't know shit. Bro was flabbergasted. He doesn't even know anything about this.
My reasoning?
The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However you say, the cowl bumped into Liney by chance.
If that's the case, then if Cowl hadn't entered the tunnel, who was
clearly,
the entire
girl.
setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Exactly.
Oh,
thank you.
They have a point.
That's right, you tell them! And that's why they're partners of mine.
Heck yeah,
We've
no,
managed to turn things around.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident. I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Ooh. I like how we gathered a whole bunch of evidence and like half of it, like none is like, it's irrelevant. That's so cool. It's definitely this one.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Paimon thinks there's something off here.
Okay, it's not that one. During the switching performance, there was an audible thump, mini audience. No one left the opera house. Why wasn't Lenny in the tunnel? The crime took place. No one left the opera house during the magic show until the incident happened. Clear by the guards who leave.
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance.
Where was he if he wasn't in the box?
This means that when the crime happened, Lenny had already entered the basement via the vent. The
So
same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof!
Oh.
How do you like that?
Tell him, Paimon.
Well played.
To think you'd use such
her frozen.
Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Third party. We're about to call it the murder. Report indicates a fireworks released near the end of the show. Ignited and burned through a spinning water tank. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cowell in the box below. If Liney is no longer under suspicion, the only other member of the trope would have been able to tamper with the props. Lenny gave a detailed account of how the trick was supposed to work by using a box inside of a box. The idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Liney himself would also use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed the outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of the stage interactions. The clothes belonging to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. Select any clue to view detailed information.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along? Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. Halsey is the missing person. The deceased's name is Cowell,
I'm so dumb.
Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
He would have been able to, but why would he tamper with it to where it would kill him? I don't understand that. He could have tampered with it, but I don't think he would tamper with it.
That can't be right. Are you serious? The killer was, in fact...
Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay. What?
Oh, is that so? How
I've gotta hear the
interesting. Let's hear your reasoning
I don't
then.
get this. What I must do next is recreate the truth.
So if
What
he was a
Cowell
killer,
did,
then
and
okay.
how he went from
So he
would-be
set up his own
perpetrator
death?
to victim. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
I don't know, I'm thinking that maybe? The clothes, it'll let me know if it's wrong.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Well, yeah, we've already said that.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances, so where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The sound we heard may have come from—
Alright, this is like this one.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Okay, I see. How can we investigate Linny happen to anybody with the crime? Okay, I get it.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Okay.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must— Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment.
No, I didn't mean to click him.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
And then the
It would have been tough for both people. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances, so where would the criminal have? The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and—
Come on. Okay. Let's try this again.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. No one entered or left the It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent.
There was an altercation
They would. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between—
I need to start with the
No one entered or left—
I'm trying to cancel.
No one entered or left—
Okay,
The sound we heard may have come from a—
I think
No one entered or left the—
That was the one I needed, okay.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there must have been— The deceased's name is Cowell.
I think we got it.
Linny's assistant.
Oh, man.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the— Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between— No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. The sound we heard may have come from— It would have been tough for both people. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave— The deceased's name is Cowell. No one entered or left—
Okay, I am not getting this right.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal—
Okay.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrance. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between—
Alright, let's try that one.
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel, so there
Alright,
must—
let's try this one. And we're still wrong. But we're close. Yeah.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see how it is.
Did I mess up?
So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought...
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider it just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
I thought he was about to do something crazy.
Nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very... And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents. But
Water, wait a
see
second.
that the crowd is
Obviously,
growing
it's not
impatient.
Fiorina.
There is no
Right?
greater sin.
Surely it's not
If the
Fiorina.
defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Yeah.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The vase was not broken by chance. It was...
Ah, there it is. That's why we couldn't get it. Okay. I felt so dumb. I thought I messed up.
If Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped.
Yeah.
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed
Okay,
into
that's not what I had in
water-
mind at all.
Just a moment, please. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're taught. Must we really? I should think that of any magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection.
Don't tell me this whole thing has been like a magic trick.
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings.
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes.
Yeah,
when
well, it
at
is his
the
life,
end of
his
their
life on
rope.
the line, you know.
The way I see it,
Bro doesn't
your
wanna be
suggestion
judged
that
up.
we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since
Come
the
on,
trial does
Fiorina,
indeed
get
appear
real.
to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
Water from the primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject.
She got turned into
As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You gotta be kidding! People dissolving into water?
What?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
That's awful, bro. They turned her into a bucket of
reminds me of
water.
some prophecy.
And then they broke it.
It's just a coincidence, isn't it?
She done dried up.
People can become water. Does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me.
What is she on about?
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the... Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That would... Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that... What?
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. As such, the focus here is on the water and not the tank. The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have something to do with this?
What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution?
The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and snapped. The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. I remember there was something else within the inner layer of... Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead... The rope that held the water tank up was lit by...
Alright, let's see what this does. Oh, all of them wrong but one. Let's try this.
Now it seems like the hook...
No, that's wrong. That's
now
wrong.
It seems like the hook rope was not meant for another... Now it seems like the hook rope was not...
No, we don't want that. What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution? Can we go to another? What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime?
I remember there was something else within the...
Yeah, okay, that's it. He used
the
this
water
as
from the primordial sea.
We know that. So this is how I should have been doing it, breaking it down differently. Now, what item did the culprit use in the timing of the dissolution?
The rope that held the water tank up was lit by the fire.
That's what it is. Huh?
Now it seems like the hook rope.
Got it. Cool, okay, I like that. I understand how it works now. It's pretty cool.
It's Ace time to shine again!
Yeah, she's just gonna keep it off from now.
Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial sea inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Yeah.
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing.
It's not a problem if we sound convincing.
Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me, indicate I shall now invite him on stage.
What is it?
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea.
What?
That can't be.
Oh, I see. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience. Lenny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via having made modifications to the props beforehand. His accomplice Cowell then caused Halsey to vanish using the... But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Lenny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in...
They're so dumb.
Cowell out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a
What?
murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
No lies there.
Am I right, Mr. Lenny?
Yeah, he's like, eh. Nah, you're not.
We've used up all the evidence we collected. Is this the end of the road?
Oh no! Paimon can't think of anything either. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move.
I think we've all seen enough now. I believe this is indeed...
Come on, pull it. Where's the ass pull?
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must...
Miss, I must ask you not to shout.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh. Right.
Thank goodness. I was like, that's awful. Did you get turned into water?
Honors, Mr. Lenny.
Or you just dry up.
So kind.
That'd be awful.
What in the world is she saying?
Let's see.
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
You can't do it.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fact. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rosula has made the necessary arrangements, but as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance.
I understand.
And voila!
Huh?
Sorry for the interruption.
She's back.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin?
What?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey.
What? What is going on?
And I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Lenny show was
from
going to be a real thriller.
That sounds
but
kind of familiar.
I missed the chance to buy a
we met her
ticket,
along the way.
so that's how I make a living.
Maybe not.
I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away.
Hey! No wonder you look familiar. Lenny even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought so. I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire. Seems that. The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened. The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but it was smashed during the struggle between Lily. Lily-Ann was a.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
Nice. We refuted that ish.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lily-Ann panicked.
Yeah, she did.
Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel and had hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel. He did not know that Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, the two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lily-Ann came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box.
And stuffed his head in a box.
With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Why'd she leave her clothes right there, though? That's so dumb. Alright, please tell me that's the last one I have to do. This is cool for like a second, but I'm so done with this. Like, it's cool, but like this isn't Black Noir.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the Opera House these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
At this point,
so that's where they came from?
The tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's the whole story.
Bravo!
Nice, finally.
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments.
Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. Defeat. Stop holding on to it.
But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
No, you're mean.
Wow.
You're a bitch.
Look at that! She's like a deflated balloon now.
She's very mean to me.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once... The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise.
That's crazy. Okay, so she didn't get turned into water
that there was
because she's
trouble,
from
Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian.
So that can actually work.
Thinking
That's
that the waters
insane.
had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid
Yeah,
until
she
the
shouldn't get in
performance
trouble for
ended.
that. She was the one, like, being attacked.
As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of the... From this reconstruction of events...
Yeah, my boy!
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated
Free my boy.
separately,
He's free, so.
this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Sorry. Oh, they put a ticket. That's like it reminded me like a Star Rail. I don't play Star Rail, but I've seen clips. Yo, okay. So that's how it works. Is that the Oratrice? Is that what it is?
As such, Linny and Lynette
Yo,
are officially declared
that's
not
sick.
guilty.
That was sick. Alright, you can take it. You can take
Great
it. mascot.
work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or...
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
What does that mean?
I was just following orders.
What?
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration.
I'm gonna come across that.
We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about.
Oh, no! Yo, that's crazy! Dang! Yo, the boss had some water put in him.
And now he can no longer talk.
Man.
Such ruthlessness.
They just turned that boy to
An
water.
outrageous act. All
Yo, that's
present,
crazy.
Please submit to inspection immediately.
Dang. That was wild, yeah. What? That's pretty sick.
So, we're just going back now?
That boy just started melting into a puddle.
That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon,
Man.
please
Well,
wait.
at least they're innocent. At least they're good.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. I guess.
Yeah, I still don't know how to feel about
regardless,
being part of
I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, It's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave?
The Knave?
The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
Wait, what?
That's right.
How is she? What?
And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left to survive. I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than
After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Oh no. So he was gonna... But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the Knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that
Can't
guy.
blame him for being part of the
That's right.
Hearth.
She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans.
That's sick. I don't think I've
Father,
seen anything as messed up.
the Knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her, but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has her own plans. She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
So, she believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis.
That's the crisis they were
Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water. Thus, all of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is relate all this. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me.
Let's get out of here. Bye.
Bye, Linny!
Come to Fontaine and you meet people right off the bat. You think they're cool, you know, they're your friends, and they turn out to be from the Hearth Fatui. What kind of shit is that?
Hey there.
Not only do you
What was
defend
with the
them in court,
disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
I'm not your partner.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case that's been cold for decades now? And given that there's new evidence from the trial, there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Just let us relax.
I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all.
Yeah, sorry, but we have nothing to do with this
I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
And we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
10 to
I'm a bit prone to nostalgia.
I haven't known you
Don't
long.
mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Navia, I really want to get out of here.
Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
If you insist.
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in!
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have our farewell meal.
All right. Finished that quest. Now, I can't believe that took so long. It took over 2 hours just doing that, and it was no fighting, no nothing, literally just cinematics. That was insane. It was good, but I mean, it was like watching a whole, you know, I watched like a few episodes, like half a season or something. That was insane. But let's see what we can do right now. Since it took up so long, well, I'm probably just going to check everything we have. I might try to hit one of those dailies. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll just do everything I can right now. Just with all these exclamation points I have, you know. Go ahead and get all those out the way. See, achievements. Let's go ahead and get our achievements. I wish you could hit a claim all. They have to claim all for some stuff, and it's like, this would be a good one. Ooh. Keep clicking. Click. Alright. Was that all of them? That was all of them. Community. No, don't need to go there. Don't care about notices. I'm not gonna do any of these. Not yet, at least. Ooh, I'll give you 20. I bet you good. What's his name? Riothelis? Riothesely? It's a crazy name. Invocation TCG. Cerebus chapter. Okay. Cool stuff. Alright, here's one. Claim all. It's only one of them. Alright. Ooh, not yet, not yet. Don't look at that yet. Look at it. It's the last thing I'm gonna look at, but we will look at it. Ooh, nice. Okay, okay. Good stuff. That's why I said it's the last one to look at. What else do we have? Oh yeah, we got something, got a gold tapestry. That's right, we got Duke and Lila. It's just not like I'm gonna build anybody. I don't even know who this kid is. There's a lot of these people.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Hey yo, she crazy. Bit over crazy. I'm not gonna build any of these people. That I got Farzan, Lynette. Forgot I even got her. But yeah, not a fan of. I have my part. This top 5 right here is like the main focus. These right here, I'm not even worried about them. So yeah, it tells you how much I feel about these guys. All right. What the freaking cat girl? The world. Alright. I thought I looked at that. Oh, what does he got? Oh, I think he, yeah, I pulled him recently, so okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah! Extends the duration of the Guha sword rain cutter by 3 seconds. Decrease the Hydra resistance opponents hit sword rain attacks by 15% for 4 seconds. Nice! I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, let's see. Is that all the... No, we still have, unlock another one, I think. Claim them. Now, should we? No, let's do this, Alright. Let's go here. Alright, there's nothing right there, so let's go ahead and do, see what we can do on Wish. I don't think I can do anything. I just wanted to do it. That's why I wanted to do it last, because you might end up getting some stuff. So this is a new guy. $14.40, yeah, because I have enough. Nah. You know what? Since we have one, I doubt anything good would come from it. I would be amazed if something did. Imagine getting a gold star in a 1 pool. Let's do it though. Hey, just screw it, you know. Because when I get 1600, I'm gonna do a 10 pool, so it doesn't matter. I'll get there. But just for the gags, and I just want to do this before, because I'm probably gonna hop off here in a second. So it'd be I think this would be a good time to go ahead and do it. So let's try it out. See what we can do. All right, I'm scared. So let's go for it. Don't know why I thought it would be. Oh, a black tassel, a 3-star polearm? Fuck, that's exactly what I needed. That was Ty's path. Alright, I think that's probably it for now. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be it for now. But I appreciate everybody hopping on, tuning in, checking it out. All the support, you know. I know some people stopped in. It looked like a couple people were in here, so appreciate you just even clicking on the video. You know, all support is awesome. So, yeah, but that's gonna be it for today. Everybody have a good rest of your Monday. Mondays, am I right? I think Garfield. All right. So hopefully it's Major Monday a little bit better. Go eat yourself. But everybody take it easy and have a good one. Peace. Ant.